it's time for another haul video! It's actually been a few months since I've done one of these, and since we're getting to that kind of end of the year time where I feel like I end up acquiring a lot of games because of the holidays and birthdays and other such things, I figured now's a good time to kind of catch us up with all of the stuff I've gotten over the summer and the beginning of fall. It's not my biggest haul ever. I've been really trying to not buy that many games this year, you know, for the sake of completing the backlog that already exists. But there were a few situations that I just could not pass up, especially in Switch games. Hi everybody, my name is Alex, aka Quality, and welcome back to the channel. So normally I actually start with the Switch games, but I think today I'm gonna switch it up. Ha ha ha. And I think we're gonna start with something else, namely DS games. I only picked up games for 2 other consoles other than the Wii in this time, which is pretty unusual. I have usually a better variety, I feel, but again, I wasn't really buying a ton throughout the past few months, which, good on me. I feel very accomplished in doing that, but yeah, there were a few DS and Wii games I ended up having to pick up. And these are 2 DS titles that I think most people would be surprised that I don't already have them in my DS collection, but these are like DS staples I missed out on growing up. I don't really know why. I don't really know why I never picked these up, but first off, we have Mario Party DS. Now, I picked this as well as the next game up from a local video game store, and these were like mega cheap. Mario games don't really get too expensive, even if you're a few consoles removed. But I'm still kind of surprised. Like, I think this was like 15 bucks, and I was like, yeah, I've never played Mario Party DS, but I know a lot of people really like this one, so I'm happy to have it. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be playing it with other people anytime soon, but I'm prepared if there are people that want to play Mario Party DS. And in a similar vein, we've got Mario Kart DS. This one, more people are probably surprised that I don't already own this. I was not a fan of handheld Mario Kart growing up. Like, I didn't have Mario Kart 7. I still don't have Mario Kart 7. I didn't like the Game Boy Advance one. So I think when all of my friends picked up this one, I was like, well, we'll just DS download play. You know, I don't need my own copy. I'm fine with that. And, you know, it worked for the time being. But I feel like as somebody who does love Mario Kart, despite my shortcomings with the game itself, I have to add one of the popular ones into the collection. There are a lot of courses in Mario Kart DS that I love, and they're super standouts. A lot of them got kind of refreshes for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so I wanted to play them in their original form again. But again, I don't think I'll be playing it with anybody anytime soon, because I don't know anybody who has Mario Kart DS who wants to play with me. But yeah, so that's it for DS, only 2, and for Wii, I also only have 2 pickups, and these are ridiculous, but I'm so happy to have both of these games. I have wanted to add the next 2 games into my Wii collection for years, decades probably at this point in time, and I'll be honest, you know, I'm a Game Grumps fan. I enjoy the Game Grumps videos, and these 2 Wii games are definitely Game Grumps classic series. Starting out with Trauma Center Second Opinion. Now, I wanted Trauma Center before Grumps, for sure, because I saw the Atlas characters growing up. I didn't know they were Atlas at the time, but they, you know, cool anime characters, and I was very excited, and I wanted it, and I was like, that seems kind of cool. Not necessarily this one, but Under the Knife on the DS, which that is what Second Opinion is, kind of a remake slash extra content filled version of the one on the DS, so I don't know, but this one I wanted. It has different character art than Under the Knife, which I kind of prefer, because this is what a lot of the series kind of went towards after the fact. But I don't know, it's also just, there's lots of fun memes in this game, but I'm really interested to try playing this game with 2 people, where one of you controls the Wiimote, one of you controls the nunchuck. I feel like this game is already going to be hard on the Wii, given that it's a surgery game, and the Wii motion control, while lovable, is not the most precise thing in this world. And it's not like this is a Wii Motion Plus game either, this is just normal Wiimote kind of situation. So I don't know how it's actually gonna work, but I'm very excited to have this finally. And also, when the most recent installment of this series got announced this year and then ultimately came out and wasn't super well regarded, I was like, alright, that only secures my mission to pick up this next game, and that is Endless Ocean Blue World, right? Yeah, Blue World. So this is the second Endless Ocean game, And this is another one that, yes, as seen on Game Grumps, that is true. But this one, it just was always more interesting to me than the first one. It seems like there's a little bit more going on in this one. I'll probably pick up the first Endless Ocean eventually, but this one has a silly plot with silly characters. Again, more memes are ingrained in this game. And yeah, I just wanted to finally experience an Endless Ocean for myself. And given that the new one, which I don't even remember the name of right now, doesn't seem spectacular, you know, I was like, for 16 bucks, I'll get this copy. And so now it's in my Wii collection. But yeah, I mean, that's basically it for non-Switch games. I have a feeling this last little bit of the year, given I've got the Detroit Retro Game Show coming up in November, and usually once we kind of get in that middle, like between Halloween and Christmas kind of thing, I find myself usually buying a lot more just Christmas presents for friends and stuff, but also, you know, if I see things I feel a little bit more like I should buy a Christmas present for myself. So I feel like I'll be getting a little bit more into the variety the next time I do a haul, but for right now, I sure do have a whole bunch of Switch games. This is how many. This is the pile so far. There's 9? I think I've got 9. No, there's 11. There are 11 of them in here, so it's a pretty decent stack. First up is a game I've wanted to play for so long. I love RPGs. I love Studio Ghibli, so it's finally time to play Ni no Kuni: Wrath of the White Witch. I heard nothing but spectacular things about this game, and I was so thrilled to find this at another game store around me for pretty darn cheap in really good condition. The one problem with this, I had a really big issue getting the tag off, so it's kind of a little like residued up in the corner, but the game itself is fine. The case looks pretty good, and again, it was a really good deal. I almost missed this when I was out there. They were having a deal. It was the same day I got Mario Kart DS and Mario Party DS. They were having a deal where it's like, buy 4 used games, get a 5th one for free. So this was a part of that group, and I almost missed this and got something else, so I'm so glad I didn't, that I ended up with Ni no Kuni. So I don't know if I'll get to this year. I really hope so, but I'm not entirely positive. So we'll see, but it's definitely on my list to play very soon, or as soon as possible. Another big RPG, that's what a lot of these games are. If you know me, that makes sense. And one that I've actually talked about on the channel before in wanting. So same thing with Ni no Kuni. Actually, a lot of this pile is a lot of Switch wish fulfillment of games that I've wanted to pick up super badly. If you're interested in watching my Switch wish list video, a lot of the games that I wished for in that video have come into my possession. Miracles do exist. But regardless, this is another big one for me. Still debating if I want to play this or the first one, Bravely Default 2. Funny enough, my mom actually just started replaying this game. She loves Bravely Default 2. She hasn't played the first one because she doesn't like the 3DS, but maybe at some point in time, maybe I start with the first one and then we kind of swap without swapping. She plays the first one while I play the second one. But I don't know, I'm just really happy to have this. Again, I got this for a really good deal. I've been looking to buy this game used for a while because I always see it at events or game stores, but this was also just a really good price for this. I think it was like 20 bucks, and it was a part of that same 5-game bundle. It's great, it's really great. And I'm super excited to get to this one eventually as well. And then one more Switch game from that whole big deal. We have Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. So I had Crisis Core on the PSP and my mom gave it away. It was actually her game because the PSP was technically hers. We had Crisis Core because my mom is a big Final Fantasy fan, but at the time she didn't really know what Crisis Core was. She also hadn't played 7 either, so it was kind of, well, we were confused. We were very confused. So we ended up giving it to my cousin, and then we never saw it again. So I was really happy when they announced that we were getting Reunion, because I feel, especially as they're remaking and going through all of the rest of Final Fantasy VII, I feel like this was just a really good addition to the team, and I'm really glad it's on Switch. I've heard this port runs pretty okay too, so that's always a plus. Yeah, I don't know when I'll get to this. I know it's a shorter experience, so I might be able to squeeze it in at the end of the year, depending on what my game plans are coming for the next few months, but again, really happy to be able to have this one too. So these next two I'm doing together because I feel like I have to. My dear friend, Inferno Fox Gaming, was wonderful and lovely and ended up getting these games for me, which I had lost all hope on being able to pick up. Every time there was a restock for Video Games Plus, I wasn't able to get it. Anytime there was a restock on the Limited Run website, well, if there ever was, I don't know, any kind of restock about these two games that I wanted oh so badly, I always miss the boat. I always miss the boat. And I can't remember what convention he went to, but I got a text on Discord being like, hey, I found these. They're yours if you want them. And I said, absolutely. And that is Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden. And I am so happy to have these. I actually thought that I had talked about these in my other video, and I don't think I had. If I did, sorry, you get to hear me be excited all about it again, but I'm pretty sure I didn't talk about these, but I am so happy to have these. Now, I know it's weird. Most people are like, just skip Portable and play Reload, but I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely going to at some point in time, but I feel like I would feel incomplete if I didn't have Portable on the Switch as well. I do also have Persona 5 Royal. Still have not touched these. I just finished Shin Megami Tensei 5 not too long ago, and I know I'm jumping into one of these. I think it's gonna be 4. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Persona 4, but I'm not totally positive. But we'll see, we'll see. But I'm just so happy to have these, because I truly had lost all hope on these, that I was ever going to get them, ever. I was sad, I was depressed, but I have both of them in my possession and I couldn't be happier. So thank you again, Infernobox Gaming, and if you have not checked out his channel, please do. Please do. He's a wonderful human, and I appreciate him so much, not just for this, but just for existing. Next, we have a big Nintendo release of this year, a game I've already beaten at this point in time, but one that I'm so happy to have on the Switch. Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. It's beautiful. This is a great remake, and I'm so happy it's on the Switch. We never thought we'd see the day, right? But the past few years have been incredible for Mario RPGs, and this was just the perfect middle ground, especially as we wait for Mario and Luigi Brothership to come out next month. Yeah, I'm ecstatic. I don't want to talk too much about this because very soon there is going to be another installment in games I've beaten this year. Part 4. It'll be part 4, which is super exciting. So I will save a lot more of my thoughts and feelings about the remake then, but just so you know, it's here, it's in the collection, I played it, and I loved it. Now this is one that I feel kind of fell off the radar for a second. I didn't really see many people talking about this game and playing it, but weirdly enough, I'm still happy I ended up picking up the physical copy of this, even though it was a little weird to get, and that is the Nintendo World Championships NES edition. Yeah, I haven't opened this yet. I'm saving this for probably streaming because I think it'd be kind of a cool, easy kind of stream deal to play a bunch of mini games and stuff and just see what it's like, but I have no idea what's going on in this game whatsoever, like at all. So I'm excited to see how this kind of compares to the NES Remix series and stuff like that. But yeah, so I do have the physical version, which also means it came in the deluxe set. I wonder, I don't know, maybe this has already changed, maybe my information is bad. I wonder if they're going to release this physically without the deluxe set. I don't know. I mean, the deluxe set is cool. I'm very glad I have this because the goodies it came with are actually pretty sweet. I haven't actually even opened any of this yet, but obviously it came with a physical game. I think in here is a pin set. I haven't even opened it, and unfortunately I don't have time to open it right now, but I don't know. I don't know if it's worth doing an unboxing at this point in time. And then I think in here, these are like art cards. But the really cool thing, which I super love, the fake gold NES cartridge with the dust sleeve. I think that's so awesome. But also if you look in the back too, you have all these little details from a bunch of different NES games, which I love. I think that's so cool. So ultimately, even though I haven't even fully opened it yet, I am still very happy to have the deluxe version. I think it was worth it. And I mean, it wasn't that expensive. I wanted the physical copy of this game because frankly, the box looks really cool. So I have no regrets even though I haven't played it yet. I'm gonna do the next two together as well because they do kind of go hand in hand. So Ace Attorney fans are eating pretty good on the Switch. We have pretty much all of the games of the series minus Phoenix Wright versus Professor Layton or flip-flop the titles. I can't remember how it goes. I don't think we'll ever see that on Switch. I don't know if level 5 is ready for that. They seem to be going through a lot right now, so I don't know. But it's been really good for us in other ways because not only did we get the Apollo Justice trilogy, I have not opened this. I am very excited to. This is gonna be coming pretty soon in terms of what I'm playing, but not before I finish Ace Attorney Investigations. So this is open. Ace Attorney Investigations came out more recently. This came out in September, whereas the Apollo Justice trilogy came out in the summer, I think? I can't remember. But I've decided to play Investigations first because chronologically, technically Investigations comes after the original trilogy, and then these games come a lot later. So I decided to start with these ones. And also, I love Edgeworth, so what can you say? But I've really been enjoying the Investigation series. The first game was awesome, I already beat it, loved it, and I will be getting to the second one after I finish the next game that you're all about to see. But I'm so happy to have these games, and it's actually the first time the second Investigations game has ever been localized. So I think that's really cool. They recently made a video detailing all of the Ace Attorney series on the Switch, which was very cute. Even though there was no new Ace Attorney announcement, that video just, it makes me happy. If you haven't watched it, go watch Ace Attorney TV because it's very fun. So yeah, I'm super happy to have both of these. I'm excited to get into the Apollo Justice trilogy, even though I feel like the original trilogy is so special to a lot of people that the sequel trilogy doesn't hit in the same way, especially because I know there are different writers. Also, the jump into 3D, it kind of has the same issue that Professor Layton did, where moving from the 2D art style to the 3D art style really turned people off. But I don't know, I'm still excited to see where the cast has gone and meet a bunch of new characters that I know are really lovable for the series, so very excited to eventually get to this, but not after I finish the second Investigations game. And finally, probably the one you've all been waiting for or thinking, why hasn't she shown this one off yet? This is like the biggest game of the fall so far, because I was saving it for last because it's my most recent pickup. The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. Of course, you thought I was gonna skip it? No way, no how! This game is a gem. I love it so much already. I've been trying to play a little bit every single day, but I'm still not too super far, but I have enjoyed every single second of this game thus far. I'm so happy. It's better than I envisioned. Like, I was excited when they announced this, but of course, I was a little skeptical, like I think a lot of people were. But as we kind of started to be shown more of the abilities of the game, I got really, really excited, and my excitement has not been misplaced. This game is so fluid, it's so fun, and it's so creative too. Like, don't get me wrong, there are definitely moments where I wish I could just bash something with a sword instead of trying to have to puzzle it away, but at the same time, it's so funny. It's such a funny game, and yeah, I'm just having a great time with it. I think the boss fights are really interesting, really intuitive so far, and yeah, just the entire echo mechanic is so cool because there's so much you can do with it. I'm sure I'll have this game finished sooner rather than later. I wouldn't even say I'm at the halfway point, I'm like maybe a little less than halfway, but I cannot wait to talk about this game more as I get farther into it. But definitely a wonderful pickup of this haul. But that is kind of my smaller summertime, early fall haul, y'all. Honestly, I'm very happy with all these pickups. They're all games that I genuinely do want to experience and play at some point in time, which, you know, I always try to collect in such a manner where I'm only gonna get the games that I really want to play or, you know, fulfill some kind of great dream of mine. But I'm super excited to get to all of these. I'm just, you know, very fortunate to be in this position where I have so many cool gaming experiences to be had in my life. But this will probably be the last haul video for a while. Again, maybe won't happen until after the holidays and after my birthday, so a few months from now, but this is kind of catching me up with my collection stuff, so there you go. But if you like this video and you're not already subscribed, I mean, maybe consider subscribing. I do haul videos, but I also talk about other gaming related things, and we have a pretty good time over here, if I do say so myself. But yeah, and maybe give the video a thumbs up, it's always super appreciated, and let me know what your most recent video game pickup was. What are you playing right now? I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear from all of you. So yeah, but that's gonna do it for me. I will see you all in the next video, dear friends. Maybe with a tripod this time instead of standing up. We'll see. Goodbye. Boop.